Time for your COVID-19 questions. With the IMF warning, we could see an economic downturn not seen since the Great Depression. Many Canadians are worried about their money. So tonight, we focus on finances, paying the rent, paying the mortgage, whatever it may be. Joining me, personal finance expert Preet Banerjee, and once again, our national business correspondent, Peter Armstrong. Hello, gentlemen, to you. Peter, we've got lots of questions to get through. Let's start with you. Here's one coming your way. When will the government be topping up salaries for employees who've had their hours cut? There are people who've lost the majority of their income, but not down to zero. So I gather not eligible for the CERB.
Right. And, what we're asking there is, can you tell me when soon is? We know the government has said they're going to address gig workers, and that's this. They are hoping, the government, to get that in place this week. But there's an awful lot on their plate. Chris Hall and David Cochrane from our Parliamentary Bureau have both said they're trying to get this done. They're trying to get it done this week. They recognize it's a problem. They've been really flexible in how they address a lot of this. This is one of those places they need to get some more traction. They need to continue to be flexible going forward.
Okay, stay tuned. More details to come. Preet, will there be any funds for people like students who didn't earn income last year, but who now can't find a job?
Yeah, it's a great question. And similarly, I think there will be an expansion, as Peter alluded to, with the CERB program. But the government did announce an expansion of the Canada Summer Jobs Program, which allows employers to get fairly lucrative subsidies up to 100% of the provincial or territorial minimum wages. And this is not just for students, it's for anyone 15 to 30. They've made some extensions in terms of the application period. So you could take a look at the job bank to see if you could see any of those jobs listed.
Peter, another group feeling the crunch. Will there be nationwide relief for renters? If so, when?
Look, this is probably the question I get asked the most, and it's important both for individuals and small businesses. It's the last big fixed sort of expenditure that the businesses have, and we don't know anything from a national perspective, and all of the provinces are really doing it sort of individually, and it's a bit of a patchwork, so it depends on where you are. And I think in this and in everything else that we're talking about here, the best thing you can do if you're worried about this is get informed. Reach out to rental advocacy groups, talk to your municipal councillor, talk to your MPP and your MP, find out what is available to you, because some provinces do have sort of rent subsidies and one-time payments, but they really do depend on where you are, and they depend specifically. This isn't a nationwide thing or a province-wide thing. It's a really regional thing.
Right. But I guess, Preet, let's not forget the other side of the coin, also feeling the pressure here. Here's another question. What's fair for small-scale landlords to expect from tenants who can't pay full rent? Also, if I incur debt, is it reasonable for me to roll that into what my tenant owes me in the future?
That's a great question. A lot of small-scale landlords are facing situations like this right now. And what I would say is, be proactive. Just like we're asking people who think that they may not be able to pay to be proactive and contact the people that they owe money to, I think landlords should also reach out and see if some of their tenants need help. And I think spreading out the pain, meaning maybe there's a rental reduction for a short period of time in exchange for partly paying for the increased costs that are borne by the landlord, is something to consider. So have a talk, communicate, see if you can work out a plan. We're all in this together.
Right. Communication and compromise. Two good points there. Thank you, gentlemen. Really appreciate your time here.
Thank you.